But it's good for gut health. Good morning, how are you doing? If you're coming in, give me a hello. If you're on replay, let me know. So, wanted to touch on this. What to do if you're a bit confused with nutrition right now, a bit confused with, 1 minute you hear include a million different foods to help with your gut health. The next minute you like low calorie diets for diabetes and weight loss. Next minute it's fasting, which technically includes less foods, fewer foods. So, where do you start with this? Well, I'm going to give you a scenario and a little bit of a background of what happened the other day. So someone come in, exercise, I'm really enjoying it, I'm getting great results with this, I'm feeling fitter, stronger, everyday tasks easier, just want to lose a bit more now, so where should we go from here? So we had a look at their food and they're like, I've read this book, and they said about including ground almonds in this granola mix, Wiltshire, you can get chia seeds, flax seeds, yogurt, only full fat, not sugar free, not low fat, all of these things coming into it. Morning Sarah, how are we doing? And it starts to add up and we're like, and I add it up and it's like 400 calories, which is fine, by the way. And then they're like, oh, and I forgot this as well. I'd sprinkle a bit of that in, add that in, that's 500. Sprinkle a bit of that in, no, that's 550. And this has happened twice now in the last, about a month, I'd say. Just where people have read a few books on gut health and things like that. And they're like, and I'm like, well, you're probably actually just consuming a bit too much now. Like there's good for gut health, 100%. But don't feel like you have to have such a variety of foods that it becomes confusing, like real hard and difficult to stick to. Because actually then was what happening, they would have this breakfast, potentially still be hungry later, overeat over the course of the day, not get the results they want in terms of the weight loss goal. But also it would be like, oh, do I have to have a different breakfast day? What can I switch out? Can I have blueberries 2 days in a row because that's not a variety of foods? And the research is very clear that overall, you've got to think a bigger picture here. You can eat very samey, plainy foods and get away with it, providing you're hitting your macronutrient, your micronutrient. Changing your veg is great, like 5 different veg and stuff, fruit and veg. Getting some variety in is great, of course, but if it's at the cost of then not being able to stick to it, we've got to look at, okay, what's the big mover here? The big mover is making sure our overall intake is key here. Are we getting enough protein in? They're the big movers. Everything else, we can kind of compensate around that. And by default, you're going to get some variation in your diet. So if we're stressing about having the same foods 2 days in a row, just actually make your life easier. Because actually, what's the alternative? The alternative is sometimes that we just don't bother and we just go, oh, I'll just grab that today. Eventually, we're going to get it. Can you do it on your worst, most stressful day? You're probably on the way to setting something up that's going to be fit for life. Hope that helps. Any questions, let me know. Have an awesome day. Take care.